If you look at the headlines this week, the AI industry is rapidly lighting up with impossible-sounding features. We have real-time voice APIs translating languages on the fly, and agent systems that actually review your data and curate their own memories while you sleep. Then you sit down at your desk, log into ChatGPT, and nothing looks different. The prompt box is sitting exactly where you left it. This creates a difficult trap. If you spend your time chasing the headlines, you risk burning your entire week wrestling with UDI developer-only tools. But if you ignore the updates entirely, you miss the structural shift in how these systems actually operate. This is the AI adoption matrix. It plots the tools you hear about on two distinct axes: accessibility across the bottom and level of capability up the side. OpenAI's new default model, GPT-5.5 Instant, lands squarely in the bottom left. It's highly accessible but offers a relatively minor capability bump. Meanwhile, their new real-time voice API plots way up in the top right. It is a major leap in capability, but locked behind developer code. To survive this transition without wasting time, you have to mentally sort these announcements. You must identify what is ready for your workflow today versus what is strictly an experiment to check back on in 6 months. OpenAI just pushed GPT-5.5 Instant to all free and paid ChatGPT accounts, quietly making it the new default model. The immediate outcome is speed. The text generates noticeably faster, and the answers are significantly more concise. You spend much less time scrolling through bloated paragraphs just to find the one action item you requested. But that brevity comes with a cost. The default model is no longer built to solve deep logic puzzles on the fly. If your task requires heavy reasoning, you now have to actively toggle over to a pro or thinking mode. We see the exact same strategy from xAI with their release of Grok 4.3. It does not try to top the charts on complex reasoning benchmarks. It focuses entirely on raw generation efficiency. This comparison table breaks down GPT 5.3, the new 5.5, and Grok 4.3 across verbosity, reasoning depth, and cost. You can see a clear trend. The industry is aggressively optimizing the middle tier of models. If you look at the cost metric, Grok 4.3 provides massive financial savings for high-volume, repetitive data tasks. But because of the trade-off in reasoning, you cannot rely on it for edge case logic. This indicates that the default chatbot has evolved into a high-speed execution engine for simple, everyday requests. But because it prioritizes brevity over depth, you now have to make a deliberate choice to switch models whenever a task requires genuine reasoning. On the opposite side of the spectrum, we have the bleeding edge updates, proactive agent capabilities. OpenAI showed off a real-time voice API that translates languages live, keeps pace with a fast speaker, and can actually pause to query a calendar or update a CRM while fluidly maintaining the conversation. The catch is that none of this lives in the ChatGPT app on your phone. These features are strictly API only. This scorecard measures the exact trade-off for the real-time API suite. The potential impact on workflows hits a 10 out of 10, but accessibility sits at a dismal 2. If you do not write code, you cannot plug this in today. Anthropic just announced a similarly powerful feature called Dreaming. Instead of waiting for a prompt, the AI proactively reviews your past sessions on a schedule, extracting patterns to self-improve its memory while you are offline. This level of background processing, reviewing thousands of past tokens to find patterns, is resource-heavy. It is why Anthropic is aggressively scaling their compute through partnerships with Google and SpaceX. They are building the massive infrastructure required for an agent that never truly turns off. The trade-off here is straightforward. Dreaming creates an incredibly personalized workflow that learns from your mistakes, but it remains locked inside complex, managed agent architectures designed for enterprise deployment. Proactive background processing represents the clear future of AI productivity, but the technical friction and premium costs make these tools entirely unviable for the casual user right now. Sitting right between those simple chatbots and the complex APIs are tools attempting to integrate AI directly into your existing web interfaces. Look at the new Codex plugin for Chrome. You give Codex a command and it will physically open a new tab, navigate to a URL, read the page, and extract the news you asked for, completely autonomously. You save yourself the manual clicking, but the technology is incredibly fragile. You have to tolerate severe UI bugs, open browser extensions block the automation, and half the time it fails and reverts to a standard search. As these AI tools crawl the web and summarize pages for us, it creates a serious problem for brand visibility. That brings us to HubSpot's Answer Engine Optimization, or AEO. This flowchart illustrates the mechanical difference between traditional search and AI discovery. Users are no longer clicking through links. They submit a prompt, the AI processes the context, and it outputs a direct brand recommendation. HubSpot's AEO dashboard reveals exactly how models like Perplexity and Gemini process your business. You finally see the exact prompts that trigger your brand as a recommendation, and when the AI chooses to bury you. Marketers gain critical survival data here, but they must invest heavily in entirely new optimization strategies. Traditional SEO keyword tactics fail completely inside an AI context window. Integrating AI directly into the web offers exceptionally high rewards for strategic positioning, but it demands a high tolerance for workflow friction and unproven tactics. We are currently looking at the widest operational gap in the industry so far. Consumer chatbots are plateauing into fast, simple responders, while the heavy lifting shifts entirely into proactive, background APIs. This decisional matrix maps your strategy based on your professional capacity. You need a strict filter for what to adopt today and what to ignore. For the everyday user focused on productivity, adopt faster GPT-5.5 workflows and completely ignore new voice and dreaming features. Leverage the speed of the new defaults to get through summaries faster. Do not waste your budget hunting for advanced agent workflows that simply are not consumer-ready. If you are a marketer or business leader, you need to adopt AEO auditing immediately and ignore the noise around model reasoning benchmarks. Consumers are using AI to discover products right now. If you do not know how ChatGPT summarizes your business today, you are already actively losing market share to competitors who do. Finally, for the developer, your technical focus should be on proactive orchestration while ignoring simple chat wrappers. Building basic UI wrappers over an OpenAI prompt is closed. The state-of-the-art relies on background tool calling and memory curation. Do not let a tech headline rush you into wrestling with broken tools, but don't let a simple chatbot convince you the infrastructure isn't moving. Decide your lane, optimize strictly within it,